You know in your heart, you're probably one of the most kindest people in the world. And you think to yourself, how could you allow someone who claims to love you, genuinely loves you, but then when that person is emotional and aroused, their switch flips, just like that, 0 to 100. And you see this other person and you're just like, wow, he's hurting. She is hurting. And I understand that because I too have childhood trauma, being abandoned. Not intentionally, but I know what that's like. But then you think to yourself, I just want to help this person heal and get through the journey with this person, because you really in your heart, you have a soft spot for this person. You know this person can be a very good mate when he's on his light side, when he's in his light energy. He's amazing. He's loving, he's caring, he's considerate, he's thoughtful, he's creative, he's everything you want in a partner. But it's like when the switch flips, it's a demon, like a true possession of a demon. That's kind of sad to say, but that's really what it is. He will diminish you to the smallest crumb of the earth. He will diminish you, he will finish you, and have no care. And that's what really blew my mind and made me believe that no one can really be trusted. Because from this person to go from this spectrum of beauty, amazing, inside and out, he's like, oh my God, he's everything. He's everything you ever wanted in a person. He's your person. And you feel like, oh, you can relate to this man without even trying. But then that switch is like, he's not even like himself anymore. And I wonder, is that a mental disorder? Or is it really just childhood trauma that he hasn't worked through? Or maybe, I wonder, could it be the parents to blame? Because I've heard of the situation of the abuse as a child, of the abandonment, the feelings of loneliness, the feeling of possession over this person. He's been afraid his whole life. So it's like, did they create this monster? Was he already born this way? It's hard to understand that situation, because it can go many ways. But it's very sad and unfortunate that things happen and the way they unfold. But I know it's all because of God's timing. God knows. That's not God, but God knows what is right for you in that moment. He was sent to me. Father God said, here, I'm going to bless you with this man because you asked for him. I swear I did. I wanted someone similar to having characteristics of one of my favorite artists in the world. And I manifested it. And I was like, please, God, send me someone like me, but also like him. And he did. He sent me exactly what I asked for. I didn't know about the the fine print at the bottom. I didn't understand what I was getting myself into until I did. And And I was like, wow, this is intense. I don't know if I've ever been through something this intense. But you know what? It was all a beautiful life lesson. And you learn so many things. You've learned yourself, most importantly. He made you think deeper when you lacked thereof. He sparked the inner you to come out because she was already there. She was just hiding behind her childhood traumas as well. Growing up shy, quiet, very smart in school, dedicated, and then lacked focus when she hit high school, because that's when her confidence began to peak. That's when the light switched for her. But it's okay, because now we got to bring it back. Everything happens for a reason. And I'm seeing everything play out as it should have. And why it should. Why it did. And I'm just like, wow, this is really a divine timing situation. Like, this is actually God's plan. And I can't believe it. That's how you know you're a chosen one. That's how you know you're spiritually gifted. That's how you know that despite your big imagination that everyone claims that you have, you can see red flags from every which way. So for them to say it's an imagination is like, come on, like, don't disrespect. Don't disrespect me like that, because you know that from what I've seen, the evidence that was present, you know what it does. You know what it is. You know what it was. Stop lying. Like, that's one thing. Liars just follow me. I've come to the reasoning that just liars follow me, because they know they can take advantage. Excuse me. They know they can take advantage and just take advantage of a sweet little soul like me. I'm not saying I'm perfect though. I can be very dark as well. Like, I can go back and forth. I can be argumentative. I can be mean. I can be cold. I can say things without like care behind it. That's what God created everyone with a dark and a light. So that's me. That's my dark side. And I know I can retaliate, but I choose not to. Like when we were in his house and he was getting aggressive with me, I told myself, don't do it. Just don't. Just leave peacefully. Try to leave as peaceful as you can. Don't engage in the physical act. Don't engage in the verbal abuse. Don't do it, Sydney. This happened to you before. It's just a repetition in the same cycle. Same situation, different person. And you know why? Because that's what you do. You attract people because you need to heal them. And that's what I've learned recently too. That my soul attracts people because they need healing. And in the end, I'm drained to the core of me. Drained. I lose myself every time. And that's when people realize, they assume that I'm not a jack of all trades, or they assume I am nothing, or I'm worthless, or, baby, you don't even know me. You don't really know me. So I already know that I have the potential, and I'm very open-minded. I have the potential, and I know I'm very not skilled, but like, I'm very much into anything. Like, you could put anything in my lap. If I have that interest for it, I'll be able to do it. Like, no problem. Like, that's just the thing about me that I'm still learning about myself. That's one of the things. And I love that. I love that I'm well-rounded and I'm able to get into those things. But as of recently, I really have been doing a lot of shadow work. Journaling has become something that is a need. Journaling is a need. Journaling sets the bar for inner shadow work. Journaling makes you feel heard. Journaling makes you feel free. Once you release those thoughts onto paper, it doesn't weigh as heavy in your mind. I don't need drugs. I don't need alcohol. I need exercise, journaling, and close friends that are able to understand my situation and are able to empathize with me, because that's all you really need. And you need yourself. You need to bring yourself to the table. You need to bring yourself to light. I think I'm gonna stop here because we already hit the 10-minute mark, and now it's about to be 11:11 a.m. But let's go.